Look how I look in the mirror. Ew. No. What am I doing? Okay, anyway, we're done there. We're going to the... Okay, what the fuck? Look what's happening in my living room. Yeah, exactly. Guess what's under there? Okay, we still got that shit right there. Guess what's under there, though? Yeah. I think you saw it move. This. Yeah. So sit right next to the baby boy. Sorry, babe. Alright. Yes. Alright. So, let's get right into this. Hazbin Hotel. So, I let that play, like, was this a month ago or something? I don't know. I just let it play in the background, really. I couldn't, like, make myself fully pay attention to it. I don't know if it's just because it's, like, the first show in, like, a while that I've, like, new show in a while that I, like, actually took my time to sit down and watch, but I just couldn't pay attention to it fully, even though I was kind of invested, kind of not, but I don't know if it's because of that or not. So keep that in mind. So I just let it play in the background too, so I missed big chunks of it, right? Now, my favorite season, last season, so far. Favorite character, that one guy that was a radio host. Love him. A lot of people hate him for some reason. I don't really know why. I have a feeling it's something I missed though. He is fine when he is an adult? Well, yeah, no shit. When he is a human. Yeah. And then after that, I found his demon look kind of attractive just because of his voice on it, because I knew it was him. But before that, I was just like, okay, this is just some guy. Really, this is just some guy. Like, before the flashback scenes when we saw him as a human, I was like, okay, that's just some guy. Whatever, bro. Whatever. The ending was, the finale was giving friendship is magic, but, like, I couldn't help but like it a bit too. Some of the, like, what, fight scenes, kind of like, whoa, you know? I like some of the music. Some of it was like, I just had to, like, zone out. I didn't like it, okay? I just didn't. A lot of people are like 100%, or it seems like 100% yay for the music, and then others are like 100% no. Me, I'm mixed, honestly. Honestly, like, yeah. Animation style, I am a little bit bothered by it, but also in the same time, I'm kind of like intrigued. I kind of just like how it's different. I'm sorry, I kind of just like how it's different. Never before seen, maybe it is before seen before. Never before seen for me, TBH, but yeah. Sometimes it does look ugly to me. Sometimes it looks like, wow, amazing. Main character, the girl that owns the hotel, she annoys the hell out of me. She's kind of pretty, but she annoys the hell out of me. Her girlfriend, her girlfriend's so hot. I can't even, like, I can't even lie about that right now. I can't even, like, hold it together right now to give you an actual critique, but, like, wow. Just beautiful. What else? Love how they put in homophobia. Love how they put in real world issues too, TBH. See, because I get why the guy that, like, was the radio host, those people, like, yes, it was to, like, do a ritual. Okay, that's a little bit whoa. But, I don't know. They're powerful white people at that time, so it's just like, there's a good chance that maybe they're bad people. Yeah, I know. Crazy. But oh my god. So, like, King. But the way he died, though, getting, like, shot because they thought he was a deer. Oh my god. That was just, like, ironic, really. Like, he lived such a great life, an interesting one at that, but then he went out like that. Puts into perspective, I guess. But, you know, he did what he wanted, though. He became a powerful demon. That's kind of, like, why he did the rituals in the first place. Yeah. What else? Dialogue. Sometimes I hate it. I'm not gonna lie. Well, honestly, like, I can look past really bad dialogue if I'm, like, hooked, right? But obviously, sometimes while I'm watching the thing that I'm hooked on, I'm still a little bit like, yikes, you know? So again, that's how I felt with this. How I feel with Ginny and Georgia too, but it's a little bit more bearable with Ginny and Georgia. Is it? I honestly don't know. It's probably the nostalgia of it. And then the season of Ginny and Georgia that came out, Not the last season overall, obviously. Same with Hazbin Hotel. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a new one, two new ones. But maybe it's the nostalgia of it, or like just like because it's straight up a different story. I don't know. Thinking it could be also because it's a real life show instead of like animation, but at the same time, I sometimes feel the opposite. Depends on the animation, depends on the show, depends on the material. It really does. It really does. Depends how the real life is filmed too, TBH. Oh my god, I hate Netflix lighting sometimes. Junior and Georgia sometimes doesn't do Netflix lighting, or like it's in a way that's bearabler, but I don't know. Like that's a nitpick with Netflix overall. Sorry Netflix, but we need to fix up that lighting. Okay, I can't stand it. I can't. What else? I'm thinking. Uh-oh, is the chat off? Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to turn the chat off. You know, YouTube probably did that for me. Sometimes they think I'm a... So, yeah, but I'm 20, so... Yeah, for anybody that's new here, I'm 20, so, like, bro. Anyway, it's fine. It'll probably go back to normal soon, probably. But, yeah. I like the overall, like, message, though. It gave, like, the good place, in a way. Like, people can be redeemed even in the afterlife, you know? Like, just give them enough time. Especially if they, like, died so quickly. Before they even had a chance to get redeemed. And, you know, the real world is so hard for some people to change for the better because, you know, their environment and like other factors that play into it, you know? That's lovely. So yeah, I love how, oh my god, another one of my favorite characters is the inventor guy that made it to heaven, but he was in hell originally. His backstory was touching. It really was. Poor guy. In a way, but he also didn't tell. But also, like, I get it. Poor guy. Maybe he was just scared of getting killed too. I don't know, okay? But, like, dang. Also, the killer saw him see it. I'm not a killer, but if I were the killer, I kind of take him out too. Because I saw him. Because he saw. Or am I just imagining that he saw him see it? I don't know. But, yeah, pull a Joe from you. Like, uh-oh, you found out my plans. Too bad, so sad. Too bad, so sad. So we don't have that much to live for anymore. Anyway, what else? So yeah, that's just like really beautiful and touching, really, and it's just satisfying to see different characters slowly realize that fact too. And The Good Place was more infuriating than in Hazbin Hotel. It wasn't as beautiful because, like, I don't know, the stakes. Actually, no, it was the same stakes. I was supposed to say the stakes are higher, but also, no, in The Good Place the stakes are higher because hell in The Good Place is actually even worse than Hazbin Hotel, in my opinion. Because at least they look like they're having some sort of fun, honestly, a lot of them. But in The Good Place hell, like, everybody is getting tortured 24/7 painfully. Physically painfully. Like, Dick Crusher 3000 is what I imagine. Didn't they, like, mention crushing dicks in, like, The Good Place a couple times? That's why I'm, like, mentioning that. Like, yeah, they probably... Oh my god. Yeah, so, yeah, if you were to ask me, Hazbin Hotel hell or Good Place hell, which one would you go to? Hazbin Hotel. But then, obviously, again, at the end in The Good Place, they abolished hell. They just, like, start, like, redeeming people, you know? Rehabilitation, we should say. Yeah. What else? It kind of gives, like, fan service sometimes because of how horny some scenes are. But I don't know if that was the intent, to be honest. That's just how it, like, gave off for me. Now, is fan service a bad thing overall? Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good. But I think it's just like the way you like carry it out and why and who you're trying to please, what kind of fans you're trying to please, you know? That's my opinion, though. Yeah. Didn't work on me once in a while. But yeah. What else? I've heard of like a cringe Hazbin Hotel fans before I like watched it. I haven't seen that much like bad cringe. Good cringe, yeah, but like whatever. But bad cringe, I don't know if I've seen any from the fandom. But maybe I'm just like, maybe it's just because of the bubble I'm in. I curated a bubble, really. So maybe that's why I'm not coming across anything like that. Yeah. Even when I go search up like edits, it's just like normal shormal edits. Like, okay. What else? I could be wrong. And let's circle back to the dialogue. The dialogue, you know, to be edgy, you don't have to cuss every 5 seconds. You kind of don't. And that's coming from me, Kuna cussing. Hi. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. But I don't know. It's bad. It kind of got me chuckling every once in a while. But then others, I was like, I want to turn off my TV. I want to turn it off. Yeah, I do. I really do. And you know what? That's making me want to talk about the Amazing Digital Circus now, because the dialogue there is kind of giving edgy millennial, especially with Jax. So yeah, we're gonna close off Hazbin Hotel for right now. We're gonna move on to the Amazing Digital Circus. I love the concept. The last episode that came out is my favorite just because of the animation. It looks better. Like, and people are like complaining about the big eyes. I like the big eyes. I think it actually complements them more, especially Jax. But before that episode, he annoyed the fuck out of me. Now, this is the second show that I think the second show that I attempted to watch after Hazbin Hotel and like actually pay attention to it, but I couldn't fully. So again, I left it playing in the background while I like napped or like was on my phone or I was doing other stuff, but I was still sort of paying attention every once in a while, you know? So again, keep that in mind. All right. But he does kind of give abusive. He does kind of give like bully. Literally most of the show. But unfortunately, those sad scenes did like make me feel bad for him. And you know what? I really need to see some flashbacks with him and his old friends, his old buddies. Next episode or the episode after that. I think there's 2 more episodes coming out and then that's it. And it's this year. So yeah. Is that mascara? I can't tell if it's mascara or not, bro. No. It is not. Okay, sometimes it was boring though. Yeah, I honestly just kept watching it to like give it a chance, really. And thank God I did, because again, the episode before the last episode they released, it was actually pretty nice. But honestly, I'm just mostly invested for the characters, really. Yeah. Pomni X Radgatha. Yes. You know what? Jax, let's put him in there. Let's make it a full love triangle. Yes. And actually a love triangle. Yes. Why must we pin all 3 of the ships together? I mean, against each other. Let's just merge. Why can't we just merge? The world will be a better place. It really would. The line that sometimes just like plays in my head over and over is like when the mask, frowny face mask person, oh my god, I hate how I forgot their name. I really do. It was during the like fast food place episode. That one line. I'm cringing even thinking about like reciting it. I really am. Maybe you just, okay, you know what? Just fill in the blank for me. I can't reenact it. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I got my limits right now. Okay, I got my limits. But yeah. Other than that, awesome character. I feel bad about how Jax treats him, honestly. Yeah. Keener! How did I forget about Keener? Keener. Baby boy, ew. It's ripping off on me. Okay, so this fandom's also, like, really cringe. Lots of good cringe I've seen. But it's not the kind that I'm into. And I fear it's rubbing off on me, actually. Whatever, though. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. Okay. Alright, we got bigger problems, Giselle. Yeah, I know. So that guy that was so obviously lying to them, I had faith. I still, like, no, like, at first I was, like, definitely lying, but then as the episode progresses, I was like, I have faith, but for some reason he doesn't want to tell Keener something. Oh, well. Girl. And then at the end of the episode, of course, I was surprised. Oh my god, I was heartbroken, actually, when they couldn't escape. Parallel to the good place again, although it's kind of different. It's like when they found out they were in the bad place. That's so crazy. That's exactly like how I felt in that moment. But again, and it felt bad in a good way, actually. But I feel bad remembering it now, because it's like, damn, is another show going to do this to me? I don't know, I think that's beautiful, actually. That's really beautiful, but not beautiful to think about, actually, when you're out of that moment. But, oh my god, it's pissing me off so bad. I've heard so much fan theories about how this could end. The rotting theory? Oh my god, no. Because, oh my god, didn't Pomni say she was exploring an abandoned building? Exactly. Like, I have a theory that, like, at least some of them, realistic theory, and it's combining some other people's theories. I thought of some of my own, and I saw others, and I decided to incorporate it into mine. Like, some people are hooked up, you know, like, as if you were in a coma, so you have a feeding tube, you're fine. Alright, you're in the hospital, you're fine. Or fucking government building, fucking, like, corporation building. Again, like, you're being taken care of and you're fine. Your body's being taken care of and you are fine, but what about people like Pomni? She wasn't, like, really around anybody when she put on the headset. But then I saw some people, that's my theory, anyway, that booty cheeks, actually, because there's not really much more to it, but, oh my god, I almost forgot, oh right, but, like, some people were saying, like, what if time works differently in the circus? So, like, does it go by so much more faster than in the real world, so much more slower? Like, how much time is actually really passing in the real world, you know? Because you can be in there for, like, so many years, right? You could. Or so it feels like. Or, I heard the theory that, like, it made just digital copies of them, and their bodies and the actual them or original them, if you want to say, are still living out in the real world. So they took off the headset and, like, okay, nothing happened. Or so they think. So they can't really escape. And if they do, maybe they just, they're dead. Digital them is dead. That theory reminds me of that one episode of Black Mirror. Actually reminds me of 2 episodes of Black Mirror. The one where the guy was making copies of his coworkers so they could work on a ship with him in his little digital world, but he mistreats them. And that's how he takes out his anger on his coworkers in real life. Then there's the episode in... Why do I keep thinking Bird Box? No, Black Mirror. Okay. I guess it goes over the B. Okay. Forgive me. Oh right, the dating app one where there's like digital copies of them, and they get matched and they work together to escape. They made up digital world, but little do they know that's actually a test to see if they're compatible in the real world. That one blew my mind. I really didn't see that one coming, really. But yeah, those 2 are some of my favorites from Black Mirror, just because it's so memorable and actually entertaining. Some Black Mirror episodes are like boring to me. Either that or it's just like, meh. The concept is just not there, so I'm not even gonna bother to watch it. Ooh! Yeah, that's actually the beauty of the show, honestly. Like, you can skip episodes and you'll probably be fine. Yeah, you'll probably be fine. Yeah. I'm really scared about how it's going to go down. I try not to think about it too much, to be honest. I'm, like, really invested in these people. There's a lot I'm not saying, but, like, I straight up reposted a lot on TikTok to the point to where it already feels like I already said it out loud, but I really didn't. So I'm trying my best to, like, recall what I have come across, what I have already thought before, but obviously I've never talked about it until now. Never on a live, at least. Yeah, I do love how they're taking their time on every episode, and you might be like, oh my god, sarcasm, Giselle. No, but, like, really, like, art takes time sometimes, and that's awesome, because if you allow yourself to take that time, that just means you love yourself and your team and everyone, you know? Awesome, love that. But the only con of that is us fans are waiting. We're waiting, but that's alright. That's alright. I can wait. I can wait. That's alright. There's a million other things to do, a million other shows to watch to pass the time. That is alright. That is alright. Yeah. Is that all I got to say? Some people think that Keener helped make the game. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. And I've seen the proof, alright? Proof, but that's about it. I think it's proof. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. Again, I love him. I love his character. Do I think he created the game? No, and maybe a little bit of it is denial. Just a little bit of it. Denial? Oh my god, my dog. Baby. I'm sorry, but you lick your paws so much already. It's become a problem. No, he licks his paws so much, or he like bites it, that like some fur came off. That's why I did that. Before y'all come at me. No, let him bite himself. No, he does it too much. But if you're not new here, you already know that, but we're just saying for new people. Yeah, anyways. Maybe I'm just in like denial about him being a part of this, because like I love him. I don't want him to be a part of this evilness, you know? Yeah, I know, yeah. Some people think that if you abstract, you finally just make it out of the game somehow. Or your body finally died. And the game is trying to figure out what to do with your code left over. Because it kind of does look like a code. Like, I don't know though. So that kind of, if that's true, that kind of points to maybe time is moving very different. Either that or whoever's looking after their bodies pulled the plug. Whoever's looking after their bodies, if their family pulled the plug, they gave up. If their being held in some sort of like building where the people that made the game are originally at, and they're fucking monitoring them. Oh, that's actually a way better way to put it than I did before, but yeah. Maybe they're just like, man, we don't really need you anymore. We got enough data. I don't know though. Or maybe they figured out that letting your mind just go fully helps you break free from the game, and then you could break free from the building, or just like, you know, if you wake up in the hospital with your family, you live your life. I don't know. Or they didn't find out that was a way to go out before they abstracted. They just ended up losing their minds, even though they tried their hardest not to, and they still abstract. And then, but then again, they still wake up. So it's mine. But they generally thought it was the end. At that point, they generally thought it was the end. Yeah. Or the abstracted people are still like conscious, and they're in that cellular conscious. I don't know. But when Jax was abstracting, see, but he wasn't fully abstracted though. People are like, oh, this is what abstracting is really like. But now that I'm really thinking about it right now, is that what it's like? Or is that what it's like to like cross a bridge to being fully abstracted? Because some people were like, oh, this is awesome. This is what it's like to be abstracted. They should all abstract at this point. What a better fate than being still in the game forever. And I thought that too, but now that I'm really thinking about it right now, like, maybe that's not the real abstraction. That's just the bridge that has to be taken to get abstracted. Because again, like, he didn't even circle in eyes, you know? Like, yeah. Some people are theorizing that he romantically liked the frog. I really didn't think so at first. I was like, I don't know. It's kind of more touching if they were buddies, but I keep seeing fan art and it's just like, I don't know now. I would like to see a flashback where Jax and the frog are romantic. Or maybe Jax has a one-sided crush and then he gets his heart broken. Okay, evil. No. At least what he deserves. Just kidding. No, that would obviously be before he got mean. And that's his story. That's why he's mean. I think he should not be mean at all, but you know, there's the explanation there. Not an excuse, but an explanation. I can't believe people always have to say it, like, yeah, no shit, but we're explaining. We're not excusing, we're explaining. It's good to know why people do things. Doesn't mean we're excusing anything. Dobie is going crazy under this blanket. I don't want to, like, take it off. He's getting comfortable. Okay, stop making noises. It's his natural dog noises. I just have to put up with it. If you saw my TikTok, this is why I'm a little wary about having children, because look how annoyed I'm getting at my dog right now. Exactly. What else? It's just really cool to think about, honestly. Yeah. I think that's all I want to say for right now. Moving on to my Melody and Kuromi on Netflix, that one series. Unfortunately, I think that's actually the name of it. I don't know, though. I could look it up right here, but... Why is my... Wait 1 minute. Sorry, my nose is so stuffy. I'll BRB, okay? I promise. Back. Okay, so I'm turning on Netflix to see like what the actual series is called. So I don't know. We're gonna still talk while this is tapping. So I don't know what went wrong, but oh wow. Okay, But I wasn't as invested as before. But there were emotional moments that made me invested. But the plot was starting to get so lost on me. It got more and more confusing as the episodes went on. But I was still like watching it to give it a chance, and also because the animation's just so like satisfying. But I just couldn't get past how confused I was. And this is saying a lot because this is a kids show. What for way younger kids, I feel. But whatever. Oh, My Melody and Kuromi. That's literally the name. Okay. Got it. But you know what? We're powering this off now. But you know what? That is fine and dandy. I still enjoyed all that. Yeah. I think it was so beautiful how they both became friends though. And Kuromi like really cared about Melody. My Melody at the end, you know? Like she thought she was dying. She was like, no. And that was beautiful. That was really beautiful. It just grew my love for Sanrio even more, but I fear I may still be like a Hello Kitty girl at heart, but that's alright. These two have grown on me. I have now seen the hype, really. Not fully actually, at least a little more, by people that are super fans of them, but again, like Hello Kitty's my girl. Like, y'all see my Hello Kitty blanket right here? You can't really see Hello Kitty there. Oh, there's her little bow, I think, but yeah. I think I was watching the dubbed version, so that also might be why. I didn't realize until halfway through that it was dubbed, English dubbed, that I was watching. Like, maybe I should have been watching with subtitles with the original English, but I don't know. I don't know about that, honestly. Like, I don't think that was something that Giselle at the time would have liked. But right now, yeah, I'm up for that. Honestly, I'm up for that. A rewatch? No, actually, I don't really feel like we're watching it. Sorry for teasing y'all for a couple of seconds there. Anyway, what percent is that? 11%? Right. Ooh, this has been going on for 32 minutes now. I'm so proud of myself. Is my hair dry? It's kind of, it's dry enough. I don't know though. Again, I like how they look like little felt animals, claymation even, but I'm not sure exactly like what they actually used to animate. It was probably digital, but I don't know, they looked really fuzzy. I just wanted to go like, yeah. Oh god, okay. You get the point though, you get the point. You get the feeling I'm trying to convey here, right? Yeah. I'm thinking. Honestly, that's the most I can remember. All, really. Now, where's the edits for that? I've seen some, but I don't think I've seen enough. Guys. Post more edits. I don't care if there's probably like 12K on TikTok right now. More, please, more. All right, and that's a note I'm ending off on now because the other two shows in this live, they got lots of edits, so I'm good. I'm fulfilled. All right, I love and appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Okay. Yeah. Bye. And how do you feel? Comment down below. When to end this, comment down below because the chat's off. Comment down below. Yeah. Joey says bye too. Bye.